They'll come out throwing here on first down. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw here on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
The Bills had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options. But when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
The slot man in motion right. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go now.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Bills will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and
And now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They've probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Cut my team! Cut my team! Panther 11! Panther 11!
They'll look to throw. Open man has got it. It's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. What a goal is an impressive 31-yard gain.
The teams practice their plays during the week. They're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game. And they hit that one there for big yardage.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Back to throw again. Trying for Kirk, and he's got him on the crossing route. And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. From back at the 2, here's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw here. Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup. Now a give here to Pollard. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Bills will take over here as they get it up to the 33-yard line.
So we haven't seen any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's hit personal or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
19 Wyatt. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
19. Warriors 17.
They'll set up a throw. It's Williams on the catch. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 9 now. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Back to throw here. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Tackled on the play by Kaiir Elam.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
This will be caught at about the 6. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Kareem Hunt with career touchdown number 60. And the Bills post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
Buying time to his left. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Well, this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
The one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
And he's going to have a 1st down here. They're also into field goal range at the 28. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They go play fake. Mahomes. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And again, it's Mahomes. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will do it for this 1st half. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park, where the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the 1st half. Opposition knows how to focus on the...
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. They'll go in for 2. They'll kick the point after. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
This fielded right at the goal line.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And able to return this one all the way out to the other side of the field across the 50.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Now Mahomes to try again after the pick 6. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Pollard going to try the right side. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Steps away. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 19. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Being chased out left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within one score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
A short kick taken at the 18. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up fourth. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play. And Mahomes going to run again. And now a fumble. The ball's out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it through.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one goes for 30 yards.
As we've seen over the years, offensive coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover for their defense that's in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
50
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade American. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing now is Mahomes. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week.
I always say the most important part of the ball is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. 2nd and 1. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And yep, indeed, the flag is out. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. They'll set up to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. They're going to try and throw. And that will not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Buffalo. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left sideline. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know, what do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's second down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Well, this is caught by Williams.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Back to throw now on first down. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And finally down it goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a gain of 34. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown, Bills. Kareem Hunt. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Bills answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth.
Extra point splits the uprights. They will take a 7-point lead. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up second and 12.
The pass complete to Ingram on the crossing route.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that is incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here's Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Mahomes. of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he'll get it inside the 35. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Mahomes will throw. Open man right side is Ingram. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 25 yards that time. Here's Pollard. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now here's Pollard. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 3rd and goal. Keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it. Go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Want to win it right now. Have the momentum. Go ahead and get it done.
And now they're going to go for 2 and a possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult. And he's going to get in for the 2 points. It was an incredibly gutsy call, but they've taken the lead by a point late in the game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense.
Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for Miami, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets.